Hey everyone, we're back in Nana's kitchen today doing some quarantine cooking, and I was trying to decide what I was going to make for dinner tonight. And so I was looking through the cookbook and I found my creamy chicken manicotti recipe, and I looked in the pantry and I did have all the ingredients. So I'm going to show you how to put together the creamy chicken manicotti. I've already boiled the chicken, and so you chop up the chicken, and this ulu knife I got in Alaska on my husband and I's 25th anniversary. And this little wooden bowl that I am cutting the chicken up in is an ulu bowl, and I love this ulu knife. If you ever get to Alaska and can get one of these, get one. I use it constantly, whether I'm cutting up vegetables or I'm cutting up meat. It is just perfect for what you have to cut with. I love how the handle fits your hand and you can rock it back and forth to make sure that you get everything cut up good. And so the recipe calls for 3 to 4 chicken breasts, and I've cooked 4 chicken breasts. So like I said, I got this ulu knife on my husband and I's 25th anniversary, and this year we celebrate number 45. So I have used this knife for 20 years and I love it. We went back to Alaska on our 40th anniversary, and I picked up a couple of more to give to my daughter and my son for a gift. So it's time to boil the manicotti. Have the water boiling, and I've already added some salt to it. And when I place these manicottis in the boiling water, they're going to boil for 7 minutes. So while the manicotti is boiling, I'm going to make the creamy chicken sauce that I'm going to stuff the manicotti with. So it starts out, and I always double this sauce just to make it creamier. And so you add 2 cups of sour cream. And I always I mix up all the wet ingredients first before I add my chicken to get it good and mixed up. So there's 2 cups of sour cream. And then I do 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. This is a super easy recipe to do during the week or any time, and great to serve if you have friends or family drop by. So 2 cans of cream of chicken. And then I have 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. And I'm going to stir this all together. And then I put in my chopped up chicken. And I'm going to stir it up, get it all mixed up, and then I'll be ready to stuff the manicottis with. Before I added the chicken, I took out half of my sour cream and soup mixture, and I put it in another bowl to be used later. So I've cooked the manicotti, and I've already drained it and rinsed it. And now it's time to stuff the manicotti with our chicken. And remember to always wash your hands during this quarantine time. They always tell you to wash your hands, and I have done that. So I stuffed the chicken mixture into the manicotti, because your manicotti shells has to be stuffed. You know, a lot of people use that manicotti recipe and they use beef, and that's really good too with the red sauce. but this is chicken with a white sauce. And my husband prefers white sauce over red sauce any day. For this part, this is a sauce that goes on top of the manicotti, and I am going to melt the butter. I have a half a stick of butter. I'm going to melt the butter in the saucepan, and once it starts melting, I can go ahead and add some onions. And I didn't have like a white onion, I had some green onions, so I just used those. And a small jar of mushrooms that I've already drained. And we're going to saute this for about 2 or 3 minutes until the onions get softened. So the onions and the mushrooms have been sauteing in the butter, and I'm going to add the other half of the soup and sour cream mixture to this. Get it nice and hot and all mixed up. And now we're going to put it on top of our stuffed manicotti. I just kind of spoon it over on all of them. Make sure all the manicotti gets a little bit. So it's all ready to go in the oven, and I'm going to put it in a preheated 350 degree oven. And I'm going to set the timer for about 12 minutes. And I'm going to cook it, and when the timer goes off, I'm going to add some mozzarella cheese to the top, and I'll bake it for another 5 to 7 minutes, and then it'll be all ready for dinner. So, you know, sometimes you can cook a meal and you don't have to spend all day in the kitchen to have a really delicious meal. And so as the manicotti is cooking in the oven, I'm putting together one of my family's favorite salads, and it's a salad kit in a bag, and we're using sunflower crunch tonight. So I'll add the salad, and then I add all the ingredients that was inside this bag. And if you notice, I have homemade bread here, and this is a homemade beer bread, and it came in a box, but it is delicious and it's easy to make. And so I put that together earlier. So we're gonna have homemade bread, tossed salad, and manicotti. So I'm tossing together this salad, and this salad has sunflowers and bacon bits that come with it with the dressing. And then I've also sliced up some cucumbers, and I've got tomatoes, so depending on your family, they can build their own salad and put what they want to on it. With the bread, a lot of people just want butter on it, but I always like to take a little bit of bowl and add olive oil and balsamic vinegar and dip my bread into that mixture. I'm going to add the cheese on top of this and bake it for an additional 5 minutes. And this is mozzarella cheese. You can obviously tell that it's grated. My family likes lots of cheese. And I'll bake that for 5 more minutes. So the timer has gone off, the manicotti is done. Oh, this looks so yummy. And you know, if you don't have a salad, you can always do steamed broccoli or steamed broccoli and breadsticks. That would be good, or maybe some cooked carrots. So anything that your family would love, just add to the manicotti. So tonight, my family's going to enjoy homemade bread, creamy chicken manicotti, and salad. Enjoy.